In this video, we're going to learn to use the horizontal text tool, and that is found here at the top of your workspace. You'll notice there's a small arrow, and if you click on it, it will show all of the text tools that you have. Here in the Finder level, I have the horizontal text tool and the circular or arch text tool. If I had a higher level, there would be a monogramming tool, a monogram template designer, vertical text tools, and so it depends on exactly what Floriani software you own as to which text tools are available to you. And this video is going to be about using the horizontal text tools, so we'll go ahead and select that to get started. And you can tell you're making text because the text tool is highlighted in orange and my cursor has a little letter A attached to it. And so I'll go ahead and click to start some new text. And it puts down the words my text. And it'll put that wherever you click. And now you use your properties box to take control of the text. And so I guess the first thing would be if you wanted to change the letters, you could come up here and type in any letters that you want to. I'll make it say Floriani and click apply. And so now you can see what it would look like if I make it say Floriani. You're in control of all the parameters. So I can change the size, make it 1 inch large. I can put more or less spacing between. So first of all, here I have the ability to type in a number for the amount of kind of space in between the letters. And notice that there are also little blue and gold handles. The blue handles will affect all of the letters after the handle. So if you grab a blue handle and you kind of move it, you can move over all of those letters. If you grab the gold handle, then you'll select just that one letter and you can move that one letter independently of the other letters. Also here in your properties box, you can take control of the line spacing. So for example, if this said Floriani embroidery, and you click apply, then the first thing you can control is the amount of space between the lines. So it's currently 25% of the height of a letter. If I make that 50%, that would of course make more space between the two lines. I have the ability to change the alignment. So right now they're aligned on their centers. If you want them aligned left or right, you can simply choose that and say apply. You have the ability to control the letter width. So currently these letters are all at 100% of their natural shape. If I made that, for example, 80%, it would make them more narrow. And if I made that 110, it would make them more open and larger. You can also add a slant in here, try 5 or 10%, and it will italicize or kind of lean your letters forward a little bit. And of course, you have the ability to change the font. And so right now we're looking at all fonts, but there is a font filter. So if you wanted to see just your block fonts or just your script fonts, you could choose script and it would show you just that you have a couple of script fonts. With the Finder level, it's not so hard to look through all of the fonts at one time, but when you have some of the larger levels like FTCU that has over 200 fonts that it comes with, then this filter can be quite helpful. So now I'm looking through the fonts and I can just sort of hover over and scroll over each one to see what they look like. And if you find one that you want to use, you can simply click on it and then click apply, and that will update the letter style on your screen. And so notice that they have little symbols in front of them. BL means block, SC means script, O means that it comes with outline options, HW stands for handwriting. The ones with the F in front are kind of like Floriani custom fonts. And so I'll go ahead and choose this font Daniel and click apply. And the reason I chose Daniel is because it has the O in front of it, which tells me there are optional or additional styles. So see here where it says style, if I click on default, I could choose run stitch, and click apply, and now we will see a run stitch only version. You can also choose applique, but I would suggest making the text much larger before. If you make it to applique now, it's probably not going to look right because it's less than an inch tall letters and really not suitable for the applique style. But if you made this perhaps a 3-inch style letter, then I think the applique style could be more successful. And so notice that really what it needs is at least enough space to make the decent satin stitch border and still have room to have some fabric kind of in the middle like that. And so that is the idea with Daniel. And the other one was default with run. And so when you go to the default with run option, what happens is it gives you the satin stitch fill plus the run stitch outline around the outside. So I guess a little bit of both. There's a little bit more to talk about with the horizontal text tool, and then I will suggest you follow up with some additional text-based videos about how to do letter kerning and enveloping. But for now, we'll talk about the second tab in your properties box that's called the text extra tab, and this is where you can choose your sewing sequence. Currently it's set for left. You can also choose right. With higher levels of the Floriani software, you may even have something called center out, which is for doing hats on the hat machines. So currently I have left or right. So when I choose right, that means that the letters will start on the right and so towards left. And of course, if you choose left, it will go the other way. One more thing about the text extra tab, and that is you can take control of trims and locks. The options are always, never, and auto. So if you leave it at always trim and always lock, every letter will have a thread trim between it. And if you set this to auto, and then you set the lock type to around a trim, it will allow the software to decide when a trim is necessary and when to lock is necessary. One more thing that you might want to try, and that is to auto color the characters. If I choose that and click apply, it's going to make color stops for every single one of the letters, and so you'll notice a lot of different color stops in the design, but it makes each letter an individual color stop. You can get rid of that by simply selecting the text and coming back to your text extra tab and unchecking the auto color characters, and now it will be back to, I guess, just a one color embroidery. And so this was the introductory video on using the horizontal text tool found at the top of our workspace. You can start a new one at any time by just selecting the tool and clicking to get started. And of course, the program will remember whatever font you choose to last. And now you can go ahead and begin to change the parameters and create your new text. So look forward to other videos on using the text tools in the same series as this, learning more about enveloping and also how to use the circle and arched text tool.